Yeah, I've been reading a lot of things recently. I've actually been reading a good book. It's called With Winning in Mind by Laney Basham.
Okay.
He's like an Olympic gold medalist rifle shooter, but he talks a lot about like your the mental game. But one of the interesting things that I've always thought about it myself, but never in such a clear way. But he talks about how your self-image is the most important thing in the mental game. So how you see
Absolutely.
yourself. Maybe you see yourself, you say, I am better than this guy. I can submit him. I'm going to beat him. And I think that's what happens when you get promoted. Because I remember when I got my blue belt or my purple belt, I was instantly way better than I was the day before. Instantly, because I just thought of myself as being better.
Yeah.
You know, and so that self-image thing has like helped me a lot. So now I'm just brainwashing myself every day, telling myself I'm a legend, and hopefully it doesn't make me too weird in a few years. But it's helping a lot for the tournaments, because I think I did ADCC last year, and it's probably my worst performance I've ever had at any tournament in my whole life, at anything, like out of any sport, anything. And it's because I just was trying way too hard. Like I was just over trying every day. For the 5 months leading up to it, I was just like thinking, I'm gonna win this, I'm gonna win this. But then I think I was in the mindset where I wanted to do everything perfectly. And it was like I was almost telling myself, if it's not perfect, you won't win. Whereas what I should have been doing is my normal mindset, where I'm like, fuck it, like I'll go out partying and drinking 2 weeks before, and then I'll go and I'll just tap everyone. You know, now, I probably wouldn't have done that anyway for ADCC, but I should have been a bit more like, it didn't need to be perfect for me to win. So I think now my mental game, like I learned a lot from that, and I've been reading and studying a lot and practicing out different kind of techniques and stuff. And it's just been more consistent now, and there's no, over trying was a killer.
Yeah, I think about it as like my best performances have always been when I want it, like when I really, really want it, but I don't need it. Like I'm not attached to it. I don't need it, but man, I want it bad, right? So like when I'm there, I'm like, I really want to get after it. I want to push myself. I'm enjoying the moment, but then I don't feel any sort of attachment to what's going on. I don't really care. If I lose, it sucks. Of course, I want to win, but I'm not attached to that idea, and I don't need to have it.
Yeah, because I mean, when I think about it as well, all I wanted was to be able to train jiu-jitsu every day. So now I just kind of think of myself as a winner every day, no matter what, you know, and like you're the same. I'm sure you probably just wanted to train all the time and have your own gym and your own students and stuff. And like, you know, you're doing it so you can think of yourself as a winner. And then at the tournaments, it's more just like you don't need to worry about winning and losing because you've already won. As corny as that kind of sounds, but
no, it doesn't,
that
because
kind of frees you up then.
Right, because the self-image thing is huge, because that was something where a lot of times for me, where my background, which we won't get into right now, but it put me in a place where my ability was always it used to be always ahead of where I was mentally at. So like a lot of times I would throw myself into these situations and then realize, oh man, like there's way more in me than I thought it was possible, right? And I would have to catch up mentally. You know, and so so like now I'm in a situation where like I have a better grip on who I actually am. And you're right, like I know what I've done, and I've done a lot of cool stuff. So if I win this competition, that's great. Let's do it. If I don't, whatever, it's all right. Do you do any thought affirmations or anything of that nature?
Nothing too specific, but I just try and always think, like I've always been a really positive person. Sometimes to my detriment, I'll just always assume that things will go perfect. Like if I can imagine it, that's the way it's going to happen. And then, but I'm not disappointed. I was only talking to someone about this the other day, actually. I was always really positive, but I used to get disappointed a lot when I was like a kid, because if things didn't go the way that I expected them to go, I would get really disappointed. But then that was really good for me, because then as an adult, I would be just as positive, but I wouldn't be disappointed at all. I'd be like, oh, it's okay. I'll just try my best, or I'll try and do this a different way. And I think that helps a lot with jiu-jitsu, because then after training, even if you have a rough day, I would just tell myself, look, you can't have the good ones without the bad ones. So tomorrow is going to be a really good one.